So what's your name and where are you from?
Jonathan Ely from San Diego, California.
And what do you do for a living, Jonathan?
I'm an investment advisor to different people around the world, primarily Middle East.
And what was your first bike and how long have you been riding?
My first bike was actually a mini bike that I made when I was in 8th grade, and it was a little welded frame with little tiny tires and a Briggs & Stratton lawnmower engine. And that was my first, not real motorcycle, but that's what got me started. And then my first real motorcycle was which I bought in high school, was a Kawasaki H2. It's a 750cc two-stroke motorcycle. Very fast, handled terribly. Had a lot of fun.
And what type of riding do you normally do and what motorcycles or do you have now?
Well, we do a little bit of everything. We do a lot of off-road riding with KTM dirt bikes, 450, 500cc type dirt bikes, 4 cylinders or 4-stroke. We do a lot of long range dual sporting with bikes like this, R100 GS, 1000cc, BMW plus KTM 950 plus KLR, Kawasaki KLRs, and BMW GS 650, and a little bit of everything. So we do street riding, dirt riding, long range off-road riding, and also a lot of stuff around the world.
So what are some of the places that you've ridden?
Through Africa, the Middle East, through a lot of Mexico, all through Baja, extensively through Baja. Been through Europe and down through Morocco. Still want to go on some trips over the Middle East and Africa, and down through Persian Gulf and Oman and places like that. Some great riding.
So does any one experience stand out most?
I think being in Africa, Africa's spectacular. Parts of the Middle East are very spectacular. No traffic, nobody around, completely different culture, great food, beautiful scenery, friendly people. No issues with banditos or anything. People are all concerned about traveling with, well, what are you going to do when you're out in the middle of nowhere in the desert somewhere, Middle East or Africa or even Mexico? There's no problem. People are friendly no matter where you are. And it's a great way to travel because you're just on 2 wheels and everywhere you stop, everybody wants to be your friend. So that's a great way to go.
So was there any special life event that got you more passionate about riding? And if so, what was it?
I think when I used to work Middle East starting fairly young, right out of college, and I was over in Saudi Arabia and was able to get an old CB 400, which is really a street bike, but we took the fenders off, put knobbies on it, and I rode across the Saudi Peninsula. So it was a great experience. It was back when you really weren't allowed as a foreigner to be riding around anywhere in the country, but I was doing some projects that allowed me to travel freely, and I rode from the Red Sea coastline to the Persian Gulf coastlines, and it was a spectacular experience, and it just showed that you can go anywhere on a bike, even if it's not the appropriate motorcycle for the circumstances. So that bike was not appropriate for riding across the desert, but it's fine. So you just go slow, and if you have a problem, you fix it, and if you can't fix it, then somebody locally will help haul the bike away, and eventually you'll either fix it or not fix it. Nothing to worry about.
So what is one valuable lesson that riding motorcycles has taught you about life in general?
I think that no matter where you go in the world, that people are just people. People are friendly, they're hospitable, politically, in most countries, they don't really care, and they genuinely are interested in you as a person. Even if you're American, a lot of countries, people think that, oh, if you're American, nobody's going to want to talk to you or get involved, but that's not true. You can go to pretty much any country in the world, including Iran and Afghanistan, places like that, and for the most part, people like Americans. And if you're on a motorcycle, specifically, there's never any issue. So you shouldn't be afraid. You should just get out there and take a bike and either ride from around the U.S. or down into Mexico or Baja. That's a safe place. And if you want to go further, either put it on a ship or a plane and go there, or travel there, buy something, and ride. And it doesn't matter what size motorcycle. Actually, the smaller the motorcycle sometimes, the better. But it's a great way to experience other cultures in the world, and it's actually fairly safe as long as you're careful.
And is there anything else you'd like to add?
Get out there and ride.
Cool. Well, thank you very much and safe travels.
Okay, take care.